Chapter 3. Sydney brought a book of bird stickers to room 2B. He said he had a page of blue jays, a page of robins, and a page of something else. "What's the something else?" Ida asked. "It's a secret," Sydney said, looking at Harry. Harry lowered his eyebrows. "I know what the other stickers are. Don't you, Doug?" "I did when I looked at Harry's chair. There was a yellow canary sticker stuck to it." Sydney laughed. "Harry's a canary." Ida and Songley tried not to laugh. Harry held up a fist. I knew what he was thinking. Revenge! At noon, we lined up to go to the cafeteria. Harry got his lunchbox down from the shelf. Then he noticed something. A yellow canary sticker was stuck to his lunchbox. And this time, Harry held up 2 fists. I knew what they meant. Double revenge. When we got to the cafeteria table, Harry didn't say anything. He just bit into a banana and stared at Sydney. After lunch, our class walked upstairs to the library. Harry went right to the section with books about snakes, slugs, and sea turtles. Mrs. Michelson tapped Harry on the shoulder. "I have a new book for you, Harry." Harry turned. "You do?" "Just came in today." And then she whispered, "It's horrible." Harry flashed his white teeth and he looked at the title of the book. Terrible Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Thanks, Mrs. Michelson. You're the best librarian in the world." Mrs. Michael Hansen patted Harry on the head, and then she helped me find a good book on Indians. Harry and I sat down at the reading table and we read our books. We didn't think of a canary once. We went back to room 2B. Harry put his dinosaur book under his lunchbox because he wanted to take it home. At 3 p.m. when the bell rang, we got our jackets, lunchboxes, and books. Then Harry saw it. What do you think he saw? A yellow canary sticker stuck to the terrible Tyrannosaurus Rex. Harry was so mad his eyebrows came together. He gritted his teeth carefully and pulled the sticker off the plastic book cover. "This means triple revenge," he growled. At 3:05, Harry spotted Sydney by the big bush. "Wait up," he called. "I want to tell you something." Sydney waited. "I just wanted to shake your hand," Harry said. Sydney scratched his head. "You do?" "Sure. That was a neat trick that you did today. You put a yellow canary sticker on my chair, my lunchbox, and the new library book. You're a funny guy." "Well," Sydney replied, "nothing like a good laugh." "Yeah," Harry said. "So I just wanted to shake your hand and let you know how I feel about things." Sydney put out his hand. Harry shook it. "Hey," Sydney said, jerking his hand and looking away. "What's this yellow and brown slime in my hand?" Harry made his teeth show as he smiled. It was a slug. "Ah!" Sydney screamed. "I squeezed a slimy slug! Help!" He ran down the sidewalk, shaking his hand in the air. Harry closed his lunchbox. "Well, Doug, a leftover banana packs a lot of power." "Especially for triple revenge," I said. So it wasn't really a slug, it was a banana. Harry wiped his hands on his jacket. "The guy had it coming. You don't fool around with terrible Tyrannosaurus Rex," he said, as he tucked the book under his arm. "Or me." I nodded, because it was the horrible truth. Oh, Doug and Harry. So we actually have our next chapter, chapter 4, and we'll just keep going. That was a pretty short chapter. Chapter 4 is called Horrible Harry and the Thanksgiving Play. Miss Mackle said the room 2B was putting on a Thanksgiving play for the parents. Some of you will be Pilgrims, and some of you will be Native Americans, and one of you will be Squanto. I want to be Squanto, I said. I want to show the Pilgrims how to plant corn with dead fish bodies. Miss Mackle looked out the window. When she looked back, she said, Okay, Doug, you can be Squanto. I want to be the dead fish body, Harry said. Miss Mackle stared at Harry. You want to be a dead fish in our Thanksgiving play? Everyone in the class looked at Harry. Harry beamed. It's an important role. If it wasn't for the dead fish, the Native Americans and the Pilgrims wouldn't have had anything to eat. So, I want to be a dead fish. But that's a horrible part to play, a dead fish, Miss Mackle said, making a face. Harry flashed his white teeth. I don't mind. Of course Harry wouldn't mind. Harry loves to do horrible things. At the first practice, Song Lee got sick. All she said was, Life is hard, and she was a Pilgrim. But she just mumbled. You have to speak up, Miss Mackle said. Song Lee looked like she was going to cry. Do you not feel well? Miss Mackle asked. Song Lee shook her head. 10 minutes later, she went home. Everyone knew why. Song Lee wasn't really sick. She was just too scared to say anything in front of anybody. Okay, places, everybody, places, Mrs. Mackle said. Pilgrims, you are in the field sowing. Squanto, you come in and say your line about helping them plant corn. Pilgrims, you talk amongst yourselves about how hard life is. Everyone did what Miss Mackle said, except Harry. You wiggle forward when Squanto pulls the rope, Miss Mackle said. I don't feel like wiggling right now, Harry said. But you have to wiggle a little so that Squanto can pull you in, Miss Mackle said. You're too heavy. I will wiggle a little, Harry grumbled. I could tell Harry wasn't his old self. He didn't feel like being a dead fish after Harry came to my house. He called Song Lee on my phone, and then we talked with her mother. I wonder if Harry's bad mood had something to do with Song Lee going home. The next day at practice, Song Lee showed up. She whispered something in Miss Mackle's ear. Miss Mackle leaned in, and then leaned back against the chalkboard. She looked shocked. Finally, she smiled. Okay, places, everybody, she called. Pilgrims, you're on the front sewing. Squanto, you're in with your 2 fish. 2? I said. 2, the class said. Miss Mackle cleared her throat. Song Lee would also like to be a dead fish. The class looked down at Song Lee and Harry. I looked down. They were lying on the floor, dead, saying nothing, and Song Lee's mother made fish tails and fins for them. Isn't that wonderful? I could tell Harry thought it was wonderful, because he was playing dead fish that smiled. Places, everyone, Miss Mackle called again. Everyone did what Miss Mackle said, and I said my line real well. And when I got to do the part about fertilizing the corn with the dead fish, I had a rope around Harry's waist and Song Lee's waist to slide them in. They both wiggled forward, so it was easy. Sometimes Harry's horrible ideas help the class. And we'll stop right here. We have one more chapter. Think of all the characters and their roles in the story. We have Doug, who's our narrator. We have Harry, who's a main character. We have the teachers and the other classmates. So think about the characters before we go on to the next chapter.